This is really simple. Just transplant as you normally would. I always leave the label in because I got to know what I'm dealing with. Place it in the ground. This is wonderful soil here that has got so much compost in it. It's going to do great. And water it up. And by the way, a handy cage works wonderful with water walls. So what I do is in a raised bed planter or wherever, because I'm a little obsessive compulsive. I like things to be nice and neat. So I'm gonna square it up with the sides. I'm gonna have a diagonal line that I'm looking at that holds off about 2 inches, because you don't put these together. Everybody thinks that you put them right together. You don't need to. So we're gonna put that in like that. We're gonna come over. We're gonna put this one in. Very simple. The earth holds them together. So that is a Roma tomato. It's that simple. Done. Now, I've got a small raised bed planter here. And if you notice, we've transplanted the Roma in the front corner, putting the cherry in the back corner here, because those are going to be plants that don't get huge. They just get nice. So this is very simple again. We're going to transplant out of the initial pot. Look at this soil. I mean, it's just wonderful. This is my friend Sharon Rouse's plot. Again, I leave the label in so that I know if this was a good tomato. I know what to get again next year. Gardening is always a process of discovery. We discover what we like, what we don't like, and sometimes we discover that things don't go as well as we'd like, but we still keep gardening. That's just the way we do it. So now I've transplanted this, and this is really simple here at this point. I'm going to grab my cherry tower, and again, I'm going to draw a diagonal line. I'm going to place the 2 corners, and I'm doing that diagonal line in my head. I'm going to place the corners, and then I'm just going to push it down. I'm going to take the other side. And I leave them spaced about 2 inches apart. And then just push it down. I'm going to have to get up in the bed a little here. And voila! Don't forget to water. You just need to kind of place the leaves and just lift them up and put them into position. This is an early girl, and again, we're just going to go through the standard transplant process. Now, I'm giving this a little more room in this corner. So, again, I'm going to talk about what wonderful soil we've got going here and all the compost that's in it. In we go. Gently give them some water. And then again, I just draw a little vertical line through, or a diagonal line. I offset one, put it down in. I offset the other. Put it down in. Done. We've shown how to transplant and start 3 small tomatoes. And but I kind of like to get these big 5-gallon tomatoes. And I like to start them. People don't realize how big a tomato can get. They'll get this tall. And so this is a 64-inch Big Handy. The Cherry Tower is 64 inch as well. But the Big Handy is a really great foundation for a larger plant. And I like them that way. I don't want to argue with anybody. This is what I like. So what we found is that we build a bigger cage, and then we found that it was really easy to add to it with a couple of pair of regular handy cages. And we'll put those in now, and I just show you. And so what this becomes is the system. And this plant will end up being about 4 feet in diameter. It'll end up being about 6 feet tall if all goes well. And it's going to produce about a bushel of tomatoes. And that's pretty good. So I just set them out a little ways apart. I put them in. And again, I'm obsessive compulsive, so I like everything to line up. If you're obsessive compulsive, it's easier to have square cages than round cages. And by the way, friends don't let friends buy round cages. And that, my friends, is the handy cage system. If you have a small space or a patio or something, and you only can grow one plant, there's nothing better than a Big Handy or a Cherry Tower and a container and a plant to be somewhat self-sustainable in the big city or wherever you are.